Welcome to the Christmas Wild Camp. Happy Christmas. This is the coolest wild camp I've ever been on. People. Alright guys, welcome. It's Christmas Eve, the camouflage is on, we're out on the bike and we're headed to the top of a mountain to spend Christmas Day on a solo wild camp. And all I have with me is my hammock, a sleeping bag and a tarpaulin. So I'm hoping I don't get too cold in the night. Okay, if you look up there, that is where we're headed, to the top of that ridge line. Whoa! Look at this view! Now I don't want to camp below the track, because in an emergency situation it's always easier to get downhill than uphill. Say you've broken your ankle or something like that. So I want to stay above the track so I can get down onto it relatively easily. Drop off the heavy rucksack. Okay. Oh geez, okay, I was close to losing that. I'm going to stash the rucksack so I don't have to ride with it on. And I might stash the coat as well because it's getting surprisingly warm. Clutch it, yeah! Sliding all over! I also don't have any mobile phone signal up here, so I've got to be quite careful. Whoa! Hey! Back wheel surfing. While I was having a break, I walked up there a little bit and it turns out that's the top of the mountain pretty much, so it's just bare sort of moorland up there with no trees, so I can't keep going uphill, so I've got to change the direction and find somewhere more sheltered. Whoa, yeah, the weather's gone all cold and damp. This is not easy going either. This ain't a bad spot. It's like a little triangle of trees, it's quite sheltered. I might make my camp here. If all that mist wasn't there, there'd be a guaranteed view, so kind of the criteria I was after. Oh yeah, we've got a little stream, we've got a sheltered area. Oh, this will do me fine. I'm glad to have found somewhere to stop. Time to head back and find my rucksack wherever I've left that. It's probably lost for good. Right guys, so I've been a little bit busy. I covered the bike up just so you can't see it from a distance. Then in here I've cleared out loads of the dead branches, so we now have a tree cave as a living space. All that's left to do now is set up the hammock. I'm going to try and get a tarpaulin up in here. It might be a bit interesting because there's branches in the way, but yeah, we're going to get the actual foundations of the camp set up. And then I reckon have something to eat and then go for a little wander, have a little explore of our surroundings and see where we are. I'm going to give it the sit test. Now this is always a bit of a scary moment because you put a lot of trust in your knots. Personal preference, but I've actually started leaving the paracord attached to the tie points because it just saves time. Right, we've got the ridgeline set up along the top. Right, it's starting to get there now. Nothing like pine needles to the face to remind you why you love the outdoors. See, normally what you do with the tarp is have it quite steep angles, like a tent coming down close to the ground so that there's no wind blowing across you in the hammock. But I want to have the view, you know, I can't have it closed off. I want a nice open canopy if I can help it. Ow! It's fucking so prickly. Ooh. Always be aware of your surroundings. All right. Tidy. That's looking a proper job now. We can see the view. A little teaser of the view at the very least. So guys, I'm going to give you a quick camp tour. Then we're going to have a look around because the sun is definitely shining through this cloud. You come up here and look at this. Welcome to the Christmas wild camp. We've got the bike, we've got the hammock, got everything hung up there. Alright guys, now that the camp is set up and hidden away in there, let's go and have a little wander. What a place to sit. The sun's setting over there. As always guys, very grateful to be here. Happy Christmas. Alright guys, it's 10 to 4 and since I got the camp set up, I built a little pizza oven and boshed out some pizza. That's not a bad idea actually for a future wild camp project. This isn't in the best state. I made the mistake of putting my food bag at the bottom of my rucksack. Everything's been flattened. We're into the twilight now. We've got a beautiful purple sky over there, split down the middle into the stormy, moody clouds. And we're back. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I did just lose my camp. I wandered off up to a different bunch of trees and had a slight panic attack because I'd hidden it too well and I didn't know where I was. But we found it. It's gone dark, evidently. I've just been relaxing for a bit. It's now time to get a little stove going. So, I brought this with me on my last camp, but when I went to use it, I ended up not using it, so this is going to be the first test. This is a titanium little stove that slots together. Well, I figured it out pretty quickly this time. So this is what you have when it's assembled. In my little fire starting goodie bag, we've got the King Alfred's cake fungus, which I demonstrated how you use that. I think it was in my second wildcamp video that I demonstrated how to do that. So if you want to see that, go back and watch it, because that's a really useful little tip. So we've got our Pharisee rod, aka flint and steel. We've got our strands of pine soaked in wax. We've got some old man's beard, lichen you find on some trees. We've got some birch bark, silver birch, it's basically paper, and my secret weapon, which is a 20 gauge shotgun shell. So I first tried this out on the last wild camp in the flood, in the rain, because I knew it was going to be difficult getting a fire started. And you essentially take a shotgun cartridge, you slice it open, there's your gunpowder. So we're going to sprinkle this as carefully as possible into that old man's beard. Some birch bark ready to go, some strands of the wax stuff ready to go, and a pile of twigs ready to go. So when I strike this now, oh hello, that's what we want. Okay, I'm trying to keep my tarp alive right now. Worried me there, I wasn't meant to get that many flames. So it's a little bit fiddly to get going, but I do like it. It's a cool little way to have a compact fire and cooking convenience. Alright guys, so our little stove's going nicely. We've got some chunkier sticks on there now. So I'm going to heat up this pan and make a bit of food. So I've worked out this strategy where if I make my hot chocolate first, I can then make the beans or whatever I'm cooking secondly, without having to clean the pan, because obviously a tiny bit of milk residue and some beans, not a problem. However, you do not want baked bean juice in your hot chocolate, so that's what's going on. I got these cinnamon buns as well to have with it, one for breakfast, one for the hot chocolate, and they looked so nice. And after being squished at the bottom of my bag, they ain't doing so good, but well, it's a good job I put a bit more in there than what I needed, because I just tipped half of it on the floor. Ah, there you are, you elusive cutlery. Alright, there's a fairly high chance that I pour this all over the floor. That is a ducking good cup of hot chocolate. Well, the cinnamon bun is class. In with the old beans. I know it's not exactly like chefing up some 5-star cuisine, and it is just baked bean cuisine, but the convenience, chuck a can of beans in there, bit of cheese, and I've had a hot meal for the night, and that's the key thing, like. Alright, so I've had my food, I'm nice and warm, I've changed into my comfy trousers, and I'm in the hammock which feels good because it's been a long day of doing stuff. It's nice to just lie down, relax a bit. I keep forgetting that it's Christmas Eve and it's Christmas tomorrow, and it just doesn't feel like it. I thought I was going to have to put on my thermals, but for now, at least, I'm plenty warm. There's a bit of a wind going on, but other than that, it's quite a calm night. You know, there's no rain or loud noises or anything. So, I'm pretty relaxed. Also, I've developed a genius system, right? What you're looking at there is a camelback water bladder hanging in a tree, and the mouthpiece hose thing is well within reach, so I can have water without having to leave my hammock, which I think is genius, and I'll be doing that from now on, as standard. Alright, so got a busy day tomorrow, lots to explore. I've no idea what the weather will be like, but hopefully it'll either be nice or at least dramatic, one of the two. Alright, I'm gonna grab some sleep, so last thing to do is say Happy Christmas to you all. Thank you for watching up to this point. Please do subscribe and like the video if you're enjoying this kind of thing, because it helps me out a lot. And other than that, I'll see you in the morning. Alright, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I've just been fighting for my life with the worst cramp I've ever had. My legs just went. And when you're in a hammock, there is not much you can do. Yeah, I'm gonna get my head back down and I'll see you when the sun rises. Alright, good morning guys. I've woken up a few times in the night. The last time the moon was out, it was very beautiful. And I just opened my eyes a tiny bit just now while I was stretching. I was about to go back to sleep. And then I was like, hang on. And the sun rises on Christmas Day. For the record guys, this is the coolest wild camp I've ever been on, just by far for the view. And then I turn around and I'm like, how cool is that that's my camp, and like you just would never know. I'm definitely going to come back here. This is a really unique spot, and I'd love to revisit it. Maybe in the summer, like at a different time of year, come back to the same exact little cave in the trees. Alright guys, that is genuinely up there with one of the best sunrises I've ever watched. And again, I felt so lucky to witness that. Again guys, this camp is so cool. It's like something out of Narnia. Just hidden away. So I've got a pretty humble basic breakfast. I've got severely squashed cinnamon bun, severely squashed breakfast bake, and fairly intact apple and mango juice. Oh, it's so nice. You know, it's times like this that give me goosebumps. The sound of the wind and the warmth of the sun. Now, as long as you're safe and you respect your environment, I cannot recommend this enough. It just needs to be done, even if just once. I think today I'm going to go up onto the top of the mountain and have a look at the views that surround us. Weight back into the bog and we're away. Oh my days. Oh, we've come pretty far. We've come really far. So, if you can see there, that's where we are camped. Look at the size of those pine cones. There's some meaty boys. Oh, it's been very flooded by all the rainwater. Oh, this is a nice little trail. Oh, flowy single track. I'm going to ease my way into it because otherwise I'm going to have an off. Whoa! Absolutely stunning. Again guys, oh, such a close call there. When you're riding stuff like this, it is used by other people, mountain bikers, walkers, people on horseback, so just be mindful, don't rip up the ground, you know what I mean, just cruise along, don't be breaking traction and tearing up grass and all that stuff, because it's not necessary, just poodle like I am. Wow. Proper fierce wind. Here's a question for you guys. Where was your favourite Christmas? It doesn't have to be like this. I just like to hear in the comments, where were you for your favourite Christmas? What, you know, what kind of environment, what kind of setting? I cannot get enough of these views. That's the key right there, wheelie over the puddle. Check my fuel quickly. Right, we're about half a tank. Oh, what was that skeleton of? It's either a sheep or a very young wild horse. My calf muscle is still really hurting from that cramp attack I had in the middle of the night, where I was literally fighting for survival, stuck in a hammock, trying not to scream. I don't ever think I've had cramp that bad. Oh shit! I nearly crashed then. That was a million times deeper than I thought it'd be. It was like a bowl. I tried to skirt around the side and slipped down into the bowl. Have to get a good run up. Choose the line early. That's so steep, oh my god! Woo! Yeah boy! Yes! Christmas Day! Oh! People! People, people, people! Alive! I'm so happy right now. Well, I have officially topped every wild camp leading up to this in every way. They just keep getting better and I'm just going to keep doing them. I love this thing. Just soak it in, yeah? Whenever you're anywhere like this, you just soak it in. It might sound corny, but the past is completely irrelevant. The future has not happened yet. All we get is the present moment. And when the present moment is this stunning, you have to just stay in it. What a day. The forecast that I looked at the morning of coming out here literally said it was going to be rainy a little bit and just cloudy the rest of the time. So I am so happy it's turned out like this. Oh, the difference it makes having no luggage, night and day. Oh. Nice. Time has come to pack away our little camp. So I'm going to crack on and get that done. And then we will start making our way along the tracks back towards home. I was just sat there reflecting and just thinking I could not have asked for a better time of it, really. Like, I've been lucky in every single way. I've been lucky with the weather, I've been lucky with the spot, I've been lucky with the view. So yeah, very pleased. I'm going to pack down the camp and head back. So yeah, goodbye to the spot and thank you very much for keeping me safe. So guys, to conclude, what an absolutely brilliant adventure this has been. I could not have asked for better. It was an exceptional little wild camp. I'm going to be back out for another one as soon as possible. If you want to see that, you know what to do. Like this video, subscribe, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.